The first time I saw myself in that dress, it didn't feel real. The mirror in front of me showed a bride, lace hugging her body, silk spilling like moonlight across the floor. But all I could see was a stranger, a version of me I wasn't sure I deserved to be. Behind me, my mother's hands trembled as she adjusted the veil. She whispered, "Elena, you look like every dream you once told me." Her voice cracked, half pride, half heartbreak, and I smiled, though something inside me already ached. I wanted so badly to believe that Marcus was my dream. For 3 years, he had played the part perfectly. Flowers on anniversaries, dinners with my parents, laughter in the living room that made my father trust him like a son. To the outside world, he was steady, reliable, everything a girl was supposed to want. But in the quiet moments, when I was alone with my thoughts, I couldn't ignore the small fractures. The late replies to my calls, the way his phone disappeared into his pocket when I walked in, the hollow way he echoed back, "I love you too," but never said it first. That night, after we returned home, my mother folded linens into the cedar chest she'd saved for me since I was a child. She asked gently, "Are you ready for married life?" I laughed too quickly, insisting that Marcus and I had everything planned. Children, a home, a future. She smiled, proud of the condo my father had signed over, the new car waiting in the driveway, the savings set aside for our beginning. I told her none of it mattered, that all that counted was love. But when the words left my lips, doubt slid in like a shadow. Later, Marcus called. "Hey, sunshine," he said softly. "Did you like the dress?" His voice soothed the storm in me. He promised forever, and for a moment I let myself believe him. But belief only carried me so far. Couldn't resist. I needed to see him one last time before the wedding. The streets of Charleston were warm and sweet with honeysuckle as I hurried toward his building, my heels clicking like a countdown. I was smiling when I lifted my hand to knock. Then I froze. Through the thin wooden door, I heard his voice. Calm, confident, too confident. "Mom, stop worrying. Everything is fine." Her reply was shaky. "Marcus, are you sure about Elena?" I waited for his protest, for his declaration of love. Instead, he laughed, a laugh that cut me open. "She's like a sister to me, sweet, harmless. But love, that's a fairy tale. What matters is what her family's giving us, the condo, the money, her father's influence. This marriage is security, not passion." The world tilted. I pressed my hand to the banister just to keep standing. His father's voice joined in, calm, approving. "She'll make a good wife. You're making the right choice." And then Marcus's voice sank lower, crueler. "Besides, Lila's back in town. With her, I'll have passion. With Elena, I get stability. Best of both worlds." Her name roared in my ears. Lila. I remembered her vaguely. Dark hair, dangerous eyes, the kind of woman who never played by rules. My future shattered in that instant. I stumbled down the stairs, vision blurred, air slicing my lungs. Every kiss, every promise, every whispered forever cracked apart like fragile glass. He had never loved me. I was nothing more than a transaction. Back home, I slipped past my mother, muttering about being tired, hiding my trembling hands. In my room, the gown glowed cruelly from the closet, taunting me with the life I had been building out of lies. I lay on the bed, staring at the ceiling, torn between two impossible choices. Marry him and protect my family's pride, or walk away and destroy everything they had planned. Near midnight, I dragged myself to the mirror. The face staring back wasn't a bride. It was a ghost. And yet, behind the ruin, something flickered. A spark that whispered I was worth more than a bargain. By dawn, I had packed a small bag, passport, cash. The envelope meant for a honeymoon. My hands shook as I wrote a note. "Mom, Dad, forgive me. I can't explain now, but I can't go through with this wedding." I signed my name, left it on the pillow, and stood for one last moment in the doorway of my childhood room. The streets were empty when I walked to the bus station. A milk truck rattled by. Somewhere, a church bell tolled 6. I whispered to myself, "Better a scandal than a lie." The station smelled of diesel and stale coffee as I bought a one-way ticket to Atlanta. 2 hours later, the bus doors closed behind me. As the city I had always called home rolled away, guilt gnawed at me. My parents would be humiliated. Guests would sit at empty tables. Marcus would tell his lies. But beneath the guilt was something fiercer, relief. For the first time, my life wasn't a performance. Atlanta was strange and sharp, its skyline cutting against the morning light. I rented a room with peeling wallpaper and a single narrow bed. It was nothing like the life I'd been promised, but it was mine. I hunted for jobs, stumbling through applications with trembling hands. And somehow, by the end of the week, I had an interview at a marketing firm. I walked into that glass building shaking, my cheap blouse pressed, my hair pulled tight. In the mirrored elevator, I almost didn't recognize myself. No veil, no silk, no illusions, just a girl trying to survive. When they offered me a probation job, I nearly wept with relief. It wasn't triumph, not yet, but it was a start. And as I walked back into the sunlight, for the first time since tearing off the veil of that perfect lie, I felt something steady rising inside me. Hope. So tell me, if you were me, would you have walked away from the wedding? Or stayed, smiling in the photographs, bound to a man who never truly loved you?